number 4 has all sorts of colors. So we have our hot pink or dark pink. We have our peach, medium pink, light green, and our green. With all the pieces on this particular block, I'm going to make sure that I definitely label my colors. I also want to make sure that the light greens stay together so that it'll be easier to rough cut when I'm cutting them out of the interfacing. So I'm using that paper side of this interfacing. Remember that this is your glue side. You could trace on it anyway if you wanted to. And I'm going to start right up here. I'm trying to leave plenty of room so that I am rough drawing this onto my fusible. But I can also save some of this fusible and fabric if I just move this around. Okay, and I want to make sure that I label these as light pink. That way I don't have to keep referring back to the paper to figure out what color I'm going for next. All right, let's put them onto fabric. Before I put it onto my fabric, of course I have to rough cut everything out. So remember that you want to make sure you're leaving plenty of space around your drawn lines. And then I have everything sort of ranked into color plays. So this is my dark greens. Here's my light greens, dark pink, medium pink, peach, and light pink. Oh, I love all the pinks in this one. Okay, so I have my dark pink, I have my medium pink, my peach, and my light pink. And I'm going to go ahead and get my pinks done, and then I'll do my greens. Make sure you're on the wrong side of that fabric. And if you manage to do it on the right side of that fabric, I so want to hear, because it's something I do all the time. I'm just so excited to see the project done that I think I just go right onto that right side of that fabric. Okay, and then I have some greens. So let's make sure that wrong side is up. And so I got my dark greens, running out of room on here. Okay, here we go. So there's my dark greens, and then I have some light green. I do like to go ahead and get them all onto their fabric before I start cutting. That way I know I've got all the pieces that I need. And then 2, I don't go losing any pieces because they're waiting on fabric. All right, let's cut them out and see how they look. All right, time to cut out all of our pieces. Okay, so of all the blocks, this one might be one of the most intense that I designed. A few more pieces than what we've had before. We're going to do the same thing that we did before. We're going to start by peeling off all of our backings, all of that fusible, and making sure that we have a nice shiny piece under here. And then the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and fold this in half so that we have our center line. And that will help when we're lining up the stems with the other blocks. Okay, so I'm going to stick in a pin up here at the top and a pin down here at the bottom. That tells me where my center is so that I can go ahead and place my stems. So when this was designed, this block actually was block 3, but then I switched it when I put all my blocks together. And so when we get to the final creation, it will be block 4, but don't worry about that. Okay, so I have placed these so that they're on the center, but then I'm going to go ahead and bring in my other block just to make sure I'm happy with how it's sitting. And I am looking for the length of the block and just double checking that I'm good. And I like that. In fact, I'm going to go ahead. I like it so much that I'm going to go ahead and just lightly tap that down so it's not going to move anywhere. And that way I don't have to worry about it going anywhere. Okay, so next I want to put in my 3 center pieces. And okay, you're still moving. That's not fair. The nice thing about the 3 centers pieces is that I have this nice center crook that it's going to go into. And so that is where I want my center to be. Oops, that's the shiny side up. All right. I like put these down where I liked them. I even gave you a little heat. Stay put. All right. And I think I want this up just a little bit further. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to lay everything else out. So I have the 2 tiny green ones down here. There are a lot of pieces on this block, so I got to make sure that I am staying up a 1/4 of an inch from the bottom and that I'm staying a 1/4 of an inch away from the sides. I don't want to be too crowded there when I go to put my blocks together. All right. There we go. Okay, and then the next up are these little light pink ones, simply because I just felt like I just needed some light color in this block. And then up here, we'll have some little green ones right there. And so I'm looking for symmetry, and I'm looking to make sure that I have a 1/4 inch all the way around the block. And I kind of also am looking to make sure that I've got the same distance on each side from the other pieces that are on there. And this guy's got to move in a little bit. So, okay, I like how that looks. Remember, there are a lot of pieces on here. Don't breathe while you're doing this. So normally, if I just simply put a little bit of heat there, it will hold it down right away, but my iron might not be as hot as it usually is. All right, so now I'm going to let this cool as soon as I feel like I've got all my pieces on there pretty good. Now, if you go over to the sewing machine and some of them feel loose, just come right back over and do some more heat. All right, let's sew. Here we are, block 4. I just love these little flowers going up the center. So I'm going to start with my light pink thread and get this little guy out of the way. And then I'm going to do this one, and this one all at the same time with this. Here she is, block number 4. Let's see how she compares with everybody else. And the flowers just start in this little block right here. Aren't they gonna look gorgeous in this pink colorway? I can't wait. So on block number 5 next week, we actually get to start a flower. I can't wait. So if you are enjoying all these videos, remember that you can always pick up the patterns for free at our website right here. And you can get the kit to go along with this if you want to sew along, but you don't want to have to do all that cutting and finding fabrics and stuff. We've done it all for you in both the pink colorway and in the blue colorway. And we will see you in the next video. Don't forget, it is social media and you need to like, subscribe, comment, and do all that other stuff. Thanks for watching. See you next time.